RKO NWO back with another video, and this video has been brought to you by AJ7563 choosing this week's DVD review. Voted had 4 votes, I believe, and it was WWE 2009 Pay-Per-View Collection, doing an entire review. So however long this takes me, I will do the entire review for you, and to all the people that voted. So let's start off with the Rumbleless 2009. Great event. We had the main events. We got Jeff Hardy versus Edge, which was a great match. Got Matt Hardy turning on his brother, finally turning heel, and turning against his brother, and Edge becoming the new WWE Championship champion. Cena versus JBL, and Shawn Michaels was in JBL's corner. Kind of like what we saw at Bragging Rights, except there was no stipulation where if he win, he get fired. If he won, if JBL won, Shawn Michaels would be released. So, yeah, kind of similar, but kind of different. But the match actually ended with a pinfall instead of disqualification. Melina versus Beth Phoenix was actually a pretty good Divas match for the Women's Championship, and Jack Swagger versus Matt Hardy, which is another good match. And then we had the Royal Rumble, where Orton won the Royal Rumble, which is actually a pretty decent Royal Rumble. So, Royal Rumble 2009 was an actual great event. When I watched this event, I was like, wow, WWE is really picking it up. I thought 2009 was going to be a great year. And which led to No Way Out 2009, another great event, probably one of the best events 2009. We had the Elimination Chamber match for the WWE Champion, and we saw Edge losing his champion within 5 minutes, and Triple H become the new WWE Champion. We also saw the World Heavyweight Championship match where Edge came and took out Kofi Kingston and became the new World Heavyweight Champion. At the end of the night, we had Shane McMahon in a no-hold-bar match versus Randy Orton, and this was probably the last time we actually saw like blood, like actual blood in a match, other than that crap that they cut their head and glue it back open on that crap. We also had Shawn Michaels versus JBL and All or Nothing match, and Shawn Michaels won, which was a really decent match, and Swagger versus Finlay which was a really good match too. So overall, No Way Out 2009 was a really good event, especially both those Elimination Chamber matches. Now we lead on, so I thought 2009 was really the best year, which led on to WrestleMania 25, which, other than a couple matches, pretty much went downhill. So the good matches of the night were definitely, hands down, Shawn Michaels Undertaker, 5-star match. We also had kind of a cold right now. Well, it's a good match. Money in the Bank was decent. Triple H versus Orton, worst main events in WrestleMania history. Jeff Hardy versus Matt Hardy, really good match. And yeah, that was pretty much it. The World Heavyweight Championship match was whatever. Cena winning again. We've seen it. No one cares about that. So, which led to Backlash 2009, which was definitely the best event 2009. This was a great event. Every match was pretty decent. We had Cena versus Edge to reignite the 2006 feud that they had in a great last man standing match, when we got Big Show choke slamming on Cena on the Spotlight. We also had Jack Swagger versus Christian at ECW Championship match, a really good match. 6-man tag match for WWE Championship, another good match. Orton got over and won the belt. Steamboat versus Jericho, we saw Steamboat in his last match. CM Punk versus Kane, whatever. Greg Khali versus Kiss Cam, which was comedy. That was pretty funny. And yeah, this was a really good event back in 2009. Definitely a great event. Now we lead on to Judgment Day 2009. Edge on the cover, and this event was kind of whatever. Cena versus Big Show wasn't that good. Christian versus Swagger was good. Mysterio versus Jericho was great. Edge versus Hardy was decent, and Orton versus Batista was crap within disqualification. So Judgment Day 09 was okay. We go on to Extreme Rules 2009, another good event. I should have brought some water. Orton vs. Batista was whatever because Batista won, then lost the belt the next night on Raw. Edge vs. Hardy was really good. The TLC, actually, it was a decent match. The TLC match, the ladder match, sorry, was actually a good match. And then CM Punk coming in, cashing Money in the Bank, and turning heel. We also had Mysterio vs. Jericho, great match. Cena vs. Big Show submission match, garbage. Fatal 4-way for the United States Championship with whatever. And the CM Punk vs. Michael Strat match was okay. Damn. Stupid cough. Okay, so Backlash 2009, another decent pay-per-view. We had the Unification Tag Team Championship match, Carlito vs. Ed Primo vs. Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase vs. Ed and Chris Jericho, great tag team match. Jericho vs. Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship, another great match. Melina vs. Michelle McCool, whatever. ECW Scramble match, decent. Cena vs. The Miz was okay because they're building up The Miz starting in 2009, but we forgot about that. We had a 3 stages of Hell match with WWE Championship, pure garbage. You know the epic 3 stages of Hell match that if you guys haven't watched in your life, go watch the Triple H versus Shawn Michaels 3 stages of Hell match. That's a 3 stages of Hell match for the ages. Definitely in my top 10 matches of all time. We also had Orton vs. Triple H, CM Punk vs. Jeff Hardy, which ended in disqualification, which was pure garbage. So, the Bash 09. Leading on to Night of Champions, we had Randy Orton vs. Triple H vs. Cena in the rematch from WrestleMania 24 for the WWE Championship. Cena Orton won, thanks to the help of Legacy. Okay match. Punk vs. Hardy, or whatever match. Hardy became the new World Heavyweight Champion. Ziggler vs. Mysterio, decent match. Dreamer vs. Christian, okay, ECW Championship match. Jericho and Mystery Partner vs. Ted DiBiase, Cody Rhodes. Remember, there's a lot of hype for this match, and this was the opener, and no one knew who the mystery partner was for Jericho, and it ended up being Big Show, and it became a very successful tag team of 2009. We also had 2 championship matches. Maurice vs. Mickey Jane was actually a decent match, and Michelle McCool vs. Melina, another decent match.
Good news, gentlemen. I have tentatively
So I have found the missing SummerSlam 2009, and it was right in front of my eyes. So this is part 2 of the best pay-per-views. The pay-per-view 2009 DVD pay-per-view review, whatever. Okay, so yeah, SummerSlam 2009. We had Randy Orton vs. Cena, which is so stupid because the match got restarted 3 times. It was whatever, and then we had the interruption of Brett DiBiase, and Orton retained the championship belt. Jeff Hardy vs. CM Punk in the table ladder the chair match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Another good match, Christian vs. William Regal, ECW Championship match, garbage, and in 10 seconds or something. DX vs. Legacy, a lot of hype, decent match. Jericho and Big Show vs. Crime Time, whatever. Mysterio vs. Ziggler, decent. Khali vs. Kane, garbage. MVP vs. Swagger, okay. SummerSlam 09 was a whatever. It was okay pay-per-view. It wasn't like the greatest SummerSlam. It was decent. Breaking Point 09. So we had WWE Championship. Orton vs. Cena. It was okay. I Quit match. We had submission match for the World Heavyweight Championship. CM Punk vs. Undertaker, stupid ending for a stupid match. It made no sense too why they did that. Christian vs. William Regal, whatever. DX vs. Legacy, actually a pretty good match. Putting over Legacy. And those are the only good decent matches on the card. Hell in a Cell. Now this pay-per-view is the pay-per-view that ruined the legacy of Hell in a Cell and all its glory. So let's go through the Hell in a Cell matches. Cena vs. Orton for the WWE Championship. It was actually a decent Hell in a Cell. Taker vs. CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship. Taker beating Punk in 10 minutes and not using any weapons. Pretty much a cell and then the ring. And they didn't utilize a cell. So it was pure garbage. And Legacy versus DX for the main event in the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, which was so stupid. They just locked up HBK and facing Legacy. So dumb, so stupid. I hated this pay-per-view, honestly. It was decent, But it was like I hated it because they ruined the legacy of Hell in a Cell. So yeah, another decent pay-per-view. Bragging Rights 09. A pay-per-view so they could sell more SmackDown vs. Raw 2010 whatever. Makes no sense to me, whatever. So Undertaker vs. CM Punk vs. Batista vs. Mysterio. This is when Undertaker retained the championship. Actually a pretty good match, and Batista turning on Rey Mysterio. We had John Morrison vs. Miz. Actually really good. I thought it was a really good match. Team Raw vs. Team SmackDown, okay match. And Orton vs. Cena in 60-man Iron Man match. It's actually a pretty entertaining match. It did not leave me being bored throughout the match. Very surprising Cena was in the match. Second last pay-per-view, Survivor Series 2009. Main event was, it was funny because the main event had a tag team pretty much versus the champions. So like DX versus Cena. So Cena versus Triple H versus Shawn Michaels. Those all get triple their match. Cena retained the championship. Undertaker versus Big Show versus Chris Jericho, and Undertaker retaining the championship. Those two were actually decent matches. The World Heavyweight Championship match was obviously better than the WWE Championship match. The John Morrison versus Team Miz, actually a pretty good tag team, traditional Survivor Series elimination tag team match. Also the Orton versus Kofi traditional Survivor Series elimination tag team match was also another pretty good match. So Survivor Series, okay. And the last pay-per-view of 2009, WWE TLC, where tables, ladders, and chairs you're able to use. So the World Heavyweight Championship match, Undertaker versus Batista. So what did Batista got in trouble for using something other than a table? Was it a table match? No, it was a chair match, and he used something else, and then he's like, oh, they gotta restart that match. Which was stupid because it's a friggin' no disqualification match, and the Undertaker won. Big Show and Jericho vs. DX was the main event, and in the TLC match, and then I remember the best part of the match was Jericho botched and fell off the ladder and hit the edge of the table. He was supposed to go through the table, so he probably lost the tooth there. DX winning the first time DX ever winning the tag team championships. We had Cena vs. Sheamus, where everyone was shocked that Sheamus won the WWE Championship that night. I love that part of the pay-per-view. That's what I love this pay-per-view, because Sheamus became the new WWE Champion, dethroning the King of pretty much, yeah, you know, John Cena, whatever. So 2009, it wasn't that bad of a year, but it wasn't the greatest year in the world. So, that was my 2009 WWE pay-per-view DVD review. Hope you enjoyed. Also, if you'd like me to review any other DVD, please go to my moderator board, leave a comment so people can vote it, and I will review it. And that's how it works on the New World channel. I am your host, RKO NWO. Hope you enjoyed the review, and have a nice day. That's all.